lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
It's fine.
Bandar
You made
writes
it a
in
thing.
from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and says, "Hello, Mr. Miller and Company. I read Mr. Moriarty's list of his top 25 games of all time, and I was really ecstatic to see two of my three favorite Mario games included in it: Super Mario World and Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, of course, I had Super Mario World on my list too, but I get no credit in this question.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask all of you a
Fanboy.
question, though. Which type of Mario game do you like? Do you prefer 2D Mario games or 3D Mario games?"
It's the impossible question.
Nope,
Yeah.
2D. Done.
No, for me it's
Hold on, no, let me...
That was it?
my favorite Mario without doubt is Mario 3 for sure. That game did a ton for me as a kid. Mario World is a very, very, very close second.
Super Mario
World
awesome.
on SNES, yeah. But that said, like Galaxy or probably Galaxy 2 is probably my favorite game of this generation, or very, very close.
Yeah.
And so like I think both can be incredible. Like, yeah, like gun to my head of all time, of course I'm going to say 2D because that's what I grew up with. But I still think Tokyo EAD can make incredible new 3D Mario games, and a Galaxy I never, ever, ever would have seen coming.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, the one I always go back to in my brain is as being my favorite Mario game, and I play through Super Mario 1 every year. I play through Mario 2 all the time. 3 not as much for some reason. Although I love it
Because it's garbage.
Because it's garbage.
you're the
World
worst.
is fantastic. I played I play every Mario game probably more than anybody in this building, hands down. And Super Mario 64 is the one that goes, yeah, that's it. Because it's open world, it's free, it's synonymous with 3D gaming for the first time for me. So it's got this very memorable part of my brain is just sort of like, that's how you make a 3D platformer. And I watched that genre get like destroyed years after that. Like it flooded with collectibles, and Rare, for as much as I love what they used to do, I mean, they took that genre and they just put here's a balloon and a puzzle piece and a blah and 100 million things. And Galaxy took it and kind of constrained it to smaller, bite-sized planets. And Mario Sunshine kind of like threw a lot of the rules out the window and put it in this tropical environment that I didn't care about. But Mario 64 was everything I've ever wanted in a Super Mario game, right there. Like all the platforming challenges of the 2D ones are there, all the freedom of the 3D ones are there, and it did it perfectly.
Yeah, and I think 3D World, the most recent one, the Wii U one, balances that really well.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is my answer to his question is that my favorites are the 2D ones. They are.
Yeah.
But as far as what I want them to make now, I never want to see another new Super Mario Brothers game. I do
Yeah.
not want another 2D Mario because they're spinning their wheels. Like I would rather see them just do, and I don't even want Galaxy 3. I would rather see them reinvent it again for better or worse and do something totally different.
Yeah.
And if that's 3D, which it likely would be, like I would prefer that right now.
Yeah, we're also, I mean, we've been amidst this pretty awesome 2D platforming renaissance in the last 7 or so years, and we get a Donkey Kong Country game every 2 years now, and a new Rayman and stuff like that, and like all those play great. So I'm fine with those. Nintendo sort of passing the torch to those guys to do 2D platforming games like that. And Nintendo can go on and do more stuff like 3D World or Galaxy 3 or make a Mario 64 too. Something that's just like what I loved about Mario 64 was it's this open world and there's paintings everywhere, and you jump in the paintings and that gives you an excuse to be like, I'm in Ice Town or Fire Hole or whatever it is, Fire Hole.
Go to that fire hole.
Go to Fire Hole.
Classic Nintendo locale.
And everything else you kind of have to like shoehorn this progression to get that in there. So I don't know. I'm with Goldfarb. I've played every 2D Mario game. I enjoy them all, but I'm kind of burnt on them.
Yeah.
I think we got 3 in the last 2 years. Like,
I mean, yeah, and like you're the big defender of New Super Mario 2, the coin one.
yeah,
on 3DS,
I enjoyed it.
but, like,
I enjoyed Super Luigi U. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
they're fun games, and it's like if Nintendo did that forever, they could still make decent money if they had a system that was selling. But like they aren't doing the creative, weird, inventive Nintendo thing that I want from them.
Yeah.
Like, and 3D World came really close though. I think 3D World is a cool way to balance. It feels like 2D levels, but
I
just
love
like,
3D World,
Yeah, I mean it's really fun.
Pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everything I would say would just reiterate your guys' stuff. I like so when I say Mario games, I always think 2D.
yeah.
If someone's like, oh, you like Mario, it's like 2D Mario.
Yep.
I never think like, you mean Sunshine?
I love the water mechanics.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite, my hands down best Wii experience.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
It's an
Nothing
incredible
even
game.
comes close to it.
Yep.
So yeah, but absolutely, I never want to see a sequel to that, and I never want to play a 2D Mario again. Another one. Like
Right.
I have a backlog of ones on my 3DS. Like I got
Yeah,
it. I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah. If
I
they
can
take-
happily replay any of them again. I don't need to get another
Sure.
one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love them to take time off, like kind of like Mega Man, right? Where granted now they took time off for Mega Man and kind of screwed it all up.
Cancel
but,
like 11 games.
Yeah. But I mean, and then all of a sudden, like an 8-bit or 16-bit Mario comes back, right? And it's just that. It's not
Yes.
what we've
Yeah.
seen with like the different new Super Mario Brothers, where it's like.
Oh, so you want it to be like pixel art?
I would
based.
love another pixel art Mario.
Man,
Eventually,
that would be so cool.
Not right
Yeah.
now. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm with you on what you're saying. My hang up always is that as great as Galaxy was, for me, I don't know. It's probably just a personal problem, I'm just being stupid. But like the depth perception was always off, and so like I would think I was gonna make a jump and then fall and die, and I was
Yeah.
like I was so over it before I even got deep into it. Of just like
Sure.
I feel bad playing this game, and that's why I loved World so much. Or right,
3D
Mario
World.
3D World.
Yeah.
The new one, yeah.
Gotta
Their
take a deep
names are
breath.
so simple.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The Wii U one,
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
Wii
Well,
one.
3D World fixed the perspective a lot.
Right.
So
and
it wasn't
was fun,
just
and I
like.
could play it, and
Yeah.
I was great.
But I did the same thing with Galaxy for like the first hour I played it. I was jumping off the wall in the wrong direction,
Yeah.
falling into pits and stuff like that. and-
Remember
I
that it
wonder-
opens with like it starts 2D and eases you into 3D. Like
Yeah.
they knew that their
Yep.
depth perception was off
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah.
And they try
Yeah.
to like ease you into it.
By
Yep.
Galaxy 2, I feel like it was better, although maybe that's just because by that point I had like 100% of Galaxy 1.
Users lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.